Hello guys, this is Pap from Pap back at it again, and today we have a surprising deck that I found very nice to play. The idea started from the stream of yesterday, so Monday we played Destiny Hero with Starving Venom, but I actually got that Dracospelia. That was a monster that a lot of the people in the chat suggested was one of the best choice to make Destiny Hero really stand a chance. Like a very good deck, guys, because they have everything, and I'm gonna explain you that of course in decklist breakdown, and this might probably be my choice for the November King of Games climb. But before jumping right in, guys, just a quick reminder: if you enjoy the content, please leave a like and subscribe. I really appreciate it, and it really helps me a lot. Let's jump right into it. So I'm here with Oster Phoenix and his Hold Skill Destiny effect. Now, this looks brilliant. Now, I have to say that you need a double dystopia here, and I'm so grateful that I have these two, thanks I think to the $1 UR offer. And yeah, this has literally everything, as you will see in the replays. I was able to go through Cyber Dragon, PREDAPLANT, Battle Chronicle full of staples and stuff like that. Well, this is a standard Destiny Hero, so there's no Baladroch Beatrice combo in here, and the advantage you get by not playing Beatrice is that you got to play the reinforcement of the army, so you can optimize the chances of opening your Destiny Hero Duel Dark. Why do you want to open Duel Dark? Because Duel Dark is the only Destiny Hero that allows you to have an additional summon on the field, thus going into the most crazy turn 1 that can feature stuff like Dracospelia, that it's basically a negate once per turn. It's not even a hard once per turn, so potentially you could play 2, even though it's kind of tough. But eventually, if you want to focus on Dracospelia, you could play Necrofusions in order to play more Dracospelia on the field, even though I really found an insane balance with this deck. Now we have a lot of draw potential, the Celestial from the Grave, that you can send the grave even with the Dangerous. Then we have the Destiny draw also to draw, and don't forget the fact that Konami's RNG is pretty messed up, so you're gonna have your Destiny draw in your starting end a lot of times. What I love about this is a fusion recovery. It's just crazy because we got the polymerization out of nowhere, and the fact that with the Wonder Driver you're gonna recycle not the polymerization but the fusion recovery, and that's brilliant. Couple of malicious, the third one provided by the skill. And why this is lovely? Because we have generic pop that can be triggered multiple times thanks to Swordsman, that gives a boost to all of your warrior monsters, and the other boost can be given from the skill. So you have generic pop, you have Milling, Disintegrate, Protection like a Dreamer, or the Celestial in case you didn't open it, right? Then we have Genetic Negation, Monster Effect Negation. We have Clear the board effect with Starving Venom and actually boosting up to an insane amount of attack, as you would see in the replays, to finish your opponent. Then what else we have? We have a great starter, of course, if you start with Drill Dark, because if you start with this going second, you can clear the board, and that just is brilliant. So you're gonna force your opponents to go to take care of this. We have another insane turn 1 interruption without targeting, actually double interruption without targeting. And then this is for recycling stuff. This is for also to summon some of this boy, for example, from the grave if he gets destroyed. And we are not done yet. We have Plasma, of course, genetic effect negation for everything, plus sucking up. It's kind of like Infinity, a little bit worse, but still easier to summon, I guess. And we're not done yet, because we also have Ultra Polymerization. I have to thank the chat for this as well. It was a great suggestion. Of course, you have to open it, but if you open it, and well, you can go into a lot of plays, because the monsters you get back from the grave are actually can be used either for Wonder Driver, so extend even more to get even more recycling stuff like the Fusion Recovery, or also the Polymerization itself, but you can get back even the Ultra Polymerization polymerization itself, but unfortunately we have no way to increase our life points, so this effect is just once per duel basically. Or you can actually use, if you have the Drill Dark and you have the Ultra Polymerization, you can actually fusion summon, for example, a Dystopia to start with, and then get the level 4s back on the field to summon either the Nightmare or the Exenonite. And jeez, I love this. Now, I used to play this without the staples like this, but actually you can definitely play those. Not only because they are some of the best staples in the meta game, in the meta right now, but also because you kinda wanna play more than 20 cards of this deck, because you have the Malicious and you do not wanna draw them. So that's why playing more than 20 cards in this case could be better than just playing 20. But guys, I love this. Now, you could play a third Dystopia instead of the Dangerous, but trust me, sometimes you might need the Dangerous to mill either a protection for your plasma, because with the Dreamer, plasma basically cannot be taken out except by back rows, because Dreamer protects from the battles. Or you can send the Celestial in case you didn't open it. So trust me, Dangerous can come in clutch sometimes. Guys, that's everything for the explanation. I literally love this. Because I had the chance to play Heroes again. Also, good news for you guys, as you can see from here, I actually have now the cards from the event, from Yuri. I've got, of course, a lot of Dracostapelia, but I also got the Cobra, that I think was the other one that I was missing. Here it comes. So I finally got more than 3 copies of Cobra today, so stay tuned, because of course next one of the next videos is going to be PREDAPLANT 100%, but I wanted to do this because this was surprisingly very good. I love it. And let's jump right into the replays. Here we go, my boys. First replay, here we have a fifth 5 win streak that we're still on, because this was the last duel basically that I had. So we got Revolution the Flare with 6 ships. That's interesting, but let's speed things up to see what it's gonna end on. So he's got basically the boy, and also he's got the Revolution the Flare to get a Geomoth mech plus another level 8. So he ended on a negation during the battle phase and a Bishop Balkan that is still tough to face. But guess what? We got double fusion recovery, so this is gonna be crazy. We started with the Ferocious to free a slot, and then we used, of course, the skill of Malicious is here. We're getting Polymerization to begin with the cards in hand to get the Dystopia. Then first effect to pop, because we have the boost of the Warrior, so of the Swordsman, so we're gonna pop the only negation that can be a problem. Then I went Fusion Recovery to get my Polymerization back in hand. Guess what? Polymerization into Starving Venom, 2 Dark Monsters on the field except tokens to get that attack. No, we're not done yet. Fusion Recovery, second time, getting a Polymerization, but first Malicious is coming. Then Polymerization into Dystopia, that is gonna get not only the boost of the Swordsman, but also the Destiny effect. At this point, we're clearing the field, so we lower the attack of Bishop Balking, and then Starving Venom with a 9k attack for lethal. That's how you do it, my boys. There you go. This was the 3rd win in a row. We got Yuri and we're going second. Let's see what he's gonna have. Probably we have to face Super Poly, but we have a very beautiful end because we have the Duel Dark. So we have the first play to go with is of course the Exenonite. So let's speed things up. Let's see what he's gonna end on. As you can see here, he just searched for Super Poly, so we have to expect that. So he's got also Polymerization, the Ambulomelides, then also the effect to get Fusion Recovery also in hand, so that was super nice. He's got more cards to go with, and then he's got a triple set, one of them being the Super Poly, we know that. So I started with Book of Eclipse to get rid of the Dracostapelia, actually the negation, right? So then we went Drill Dog to get the Decider, but he's got Super Poly. Well played, because now if he fuses with Drill Dark, I lose the effect of summoning another boy, because the monster that I can summon has to have attack less than or equal to this card's attack on the field. But because this card is no longer on the field, I get to summon nothing. So he discards a card. Actually, there was Shadow, but because that was discarded as a cost, Shadow's effect does not activate. So he summons Dracostapelia again. So he still has the negation now, right? So we got the Poly Malicious to begin with. He's got Dracostophilia to negate that. What a wrong play there. And we went with Dangerous here. He's got another Predaplant here to put another counter, but that was just stupid, honestly, not the best player here. We got the Refusion Recovery to get cards, then Wonder Driver, and then Malicious under Wonder Driver to recycle the Fusion Recovery, then Polymerization into the Dystopia here, and I was kind of afraid of the more of the monsters rather than the back row, because I felt no delay. So I went with the damage, then some boost, attacking, Predaplant protecting, so I used the effect of Dystopia to pop it, so he can't negate, and then inflict him some damage. Book of Eclipse in the end, but there's no monster to flip up, so he's got the effect again. Actually, this effect, because he didn't use in the previous place. Then Scorpio to summon another boy, the little boy to summon Chimera Fleaser with my monster that had the token, and then he misplayed here because he used the effect, but only monsters that have a level, so he can't banish the Wonder Driver. But even if he didn't banish the Wonder Driver, with the 1200, I would still have some life points to survive. So we got Fusion Recovery to begin with, then I used Destiny Effect to get the Plasma, but actually shuffled back into the deck. Malicious is here, then Polymerization into the Dystopia, using the... I can use the effect, yep. I use the effect for the damage, then Fusion Recovery again. Actually, no pop, because I already used the part of the skill to increase the attack. So I went with the Fusion Recovery again, Polymerization into Dracostophilia. Why this was needed? Because if I attack the Chimera Fleasia, he can use the effect to boost himself and lower my attack points. But now with Dracostophilia, we're gonna negate those effects and going for lethal with the 200. That's how you do it, my boys. There you go. Third duel, we got some Insane and Cyber Dragons. It's us to go first. Let's see what we have. So we have Drill Dark and another level 4 monster, but unfortunately there's also Malicious in our hand. That's the sad thing. So we just have one Malicious summoner. So we started with the Nightmare, as you can see, then Malicious coming back and Polymerization into straight away Dystopia. So we still have a generic pop plus a couple of non-targeting flip downs that are not to be underestimated. Let's see what he has. He's got Cyber Dragon to begin with. Flip down, and I think he misplayed. Actually, he didn't misplay, or he did. Let's see, because he searched for the Cyber Emergency, but he already had the Cyber Repair Plant, so he could have searched that in the first place. So he then got rid of the Elvis Worm Nightmare. Then he's got the Cyber Dragon Hearts plus the Galaxy Soldier. I was waiting actually and preparing to pop the Cyber Dragon Nova, of course, to avoid him going into Infinity. But he decided to go with Vimana. My opinion, not the best thing. Then Galaxy Soldier, but I can't do nothing with that. So he's popping the Malicious in the end phase. I popped the back row. Probably should have, I mean, yeah, maybe he did the correct thing, just because if he negates, he has nothing to pop anyway. So I went with the Flame Swordsman to get a boost, then Dystopia to pop, but of course he's got Vimana to negate. He has to, he's kind of forced to. And then Celestial double draw here to get an Ultra Poly. We got also Plasma. I didn't need the Ultra Poly because I'm just going in this case for the attack. And to clear, it's got the damage, but I got decided back to my hand. And at this point, I'm attacking the Cyber Dragon. I still have the pop here, so I'm really kind of chilling. It's got the rev system, so it's got basically 2 level 5. But guess what? I'm popping 1, and he's scooped. That's how you do it, my boys. There you go. Here we go, my boys. We got Ghostrick here. So another interesting take that I didn't face. This, I think, was the only time I faced a Ghostrick deck. So let's see what he has. He's got some crazy plays, as you will see. First, by milling my deck, actually banishing face down. It's got the Alucard to begin with. Then the Angel of Mischief. Now he can search for detaching, can search a trap card, that is this to flip down my monsters. Then the renovation to Xyz summon on top of an Xyz, and it's got the Duel. But why did he do that? Just to be able to not only to use the effect, but to Xyz summon on top of again another Angel of Mischief. And because the effect is not hard once per turn, he can use the effect again and search another back row, the Ghostrick renovation. So now with the first card he searched, that is the Ghostrick Scare, he can flip down my monsters, and instead with the renovation, he can actually play a field spell from his hand or deck like any. And that's super crazy, right? So he's got the Ghostrick Mansion and then triple sad. Dude, that's awful. Also, everything is flipped down, so, well, we started with the Jewel Dark, the Summon the Celestial, and then Ghostrick Scare to basically flip those down because he was expecting the Exceeded Knight, so very good play. Then we got Ultra Polymerization though to start with Starving Venom Fusion Dragon. This was, guys, a mistake, because if you use Ultra Polymerization with Starving Venom, then you can't use the effect of the Ultra Poly from the grave. And also it made no sense. I should have gone into maybe Dragosh Tapelia to negate any of the effects, and then also be able to get back my boys and go eventually with Exceedon again. But instead, I just get some attack boost, then the skill to get the Malicious Polymerization into these two. In fact, it was useless in the end. So Drago's Tapelia is here, Malicious coming back, and then I went Fusion Recovery to get the Polymerization and the boy to my hand. Then Polymerization into the Dystopia here, and keep in mind the boost gets taken also by the Drago's Tapelia eventually. But it's got Book of Eclipse here, and that's bad. So he set everything. I got still the damage, but I've got also Fusion Recovery again to get the poly once again. It's got Ghostrick Renovation though to play Necrovalley, so Fusion Recovery actually does nothing. I get a couple of draws in the end because of Book of Eclipse. I still got the negation of Drago's Tapelia, and so I'm chilling for that, but I have no effect of Dystopia until he made the problem, because the problem is that Necrovalley is a problem, is something that gives troubles to him as well, so he didn't think about it. So he's got full armored Utopic Ray Lancer, but he's scooped because when he summoned the Ray Lancer, he lowers the attack of my monsters, but then Dystopia gets his attack changed so he can use the effect. He felt the delay and he scooped. That's how you do it, my boys. There you go. Here we go, guys. Instead, we have Seto Kaiba, right? Battle Chronicle. It's us to go first. We got the Rhoda. So instead, here, as you can see, we're playing 20 cards. So this was the version without the 3 copies, the 2 Book of Eclipse and the Ice Dragon Prison. And I was also not playing Destiny Draw. But the deck is basically the same. So as you can see, this is a very nice turn 1 Wonder Driver. So of course, Drill Dark plus a monster, we went Malicious plus the monster we summoned to go into Wonder Driver, right? Then we got Polymerization first into with the cards in hand into Dystopia under Wonder Driver to get, of course, the Polymerization back and the damage with Dystopia. It's got the Decrow though to banish the Polymerization. That's super sad. At this point, we just went into Flame Swordsman so we can have the boost without using the skill. It's got Dragon Speed of White, no back row. Then it's got the Ultimate Fusion in the hand. Then Melody Awakening Dragon to get a couple of boys, among whom we have the alternative. So alternative is coming. Of course, we're gonna pop that straight away. It's got the ultimate fusion to, and plus the Dragon Spirit of White, so he can pop 2 monsters, right? But we're chilling if he pops the Salesman, as you will see. He's got Neo Blue Eyes Ultimate Dragon, and now look at this play. So he pops both, and with the Ferocious Swordsman, I brought back Decider. Why? Because with Decider, also the effect, he can't attack it, because Decider cannot be attacked by monsters that have level 6 or higher. Lovely. So I got also monster back in hand, the Duel Dark. We got Destiny Effect to get the Plasma. I, of course, sent the Fusion Recovery back to the deck because Polymerization was banished, so the Fusion Recovery becomes a useless card. At this point, we got Malicious as effect, then Duel Dark as a normal summon to go Tribute 3, Plasma, stealing the boy. We're not done yet. Celestial to draw a couple of cards, going for a little with Plasma. That's how you do it, my boys. There you go. Last but not least, we have another Battle Chronicle. This time we're going second. So it's got being a machine. Let's speed things up there. It's probably gonna end up on a monster or a couple of monsters and triple set. Let's see if we are right. He searched for the ultimate fusion, and exactly, it's got double set and double monster. We started with Rhoda to get the drill dog. Unfortunately, we have the malicious, but I still decided to go with the level 4 because we're going into Exceed Night. This is the best turn to play. Dogmatica punishment, but we don't care. We can just chain the effect, pop everything, and clear the board. And even if he pops the Exceedon, we don't care. We can still go with our full combo. Dangerous is here. Then using the fusion recovery to get the polymerization and a monster to hand. We're going with Dangerous to mill even more, and then actually the plasma so we don't get stuck next turn, and then polymerization into Dystopia. It would have been Dragostapedia as well. Also we got the effect ready eventually with the 3k, that is super important. It's got Dogmatica stuff, Book of Eclipse also to flip that down, and now he can attack because he just searched for the Knighted. Actually decided not to go for it, and he has a negation basically in end. We went with Drill Dog to summon another boy. Now we can search. We can use Celestia to draw a couple of cards, then the effect of the skill to get the Plasma to our hand, Malicious first coming back, so now we have Plasma and Dystopia, and at this point we're stealing that, he can't do nothing, we're just going for lethal. That's how you do it, my boys. There you go. So guys, this was the end of these replays. I hope you enjoyed it. I love these Destiny heroes. I definitely think they are cog worthy in my opinion. Maybe, of course, it's not gonna be an easy climb, but they're definitely worth it. I love these new Destiny heroes. I hope I can combine Predaplants also with the normal heroes as well. Stay tuned for those, and of course for Predaplant, that is one of the next videos incoming as I have all of the cards. Guys, thank you so much for watching, and see you in the next one.